Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. On this video I will be discussing my wish list for Naked and Afraid Castaways Season 2. Before I continue, link below are 3 surveys that I made where you can vote for a survivalist you would like to see return for a specific challenge. There's the 14/21 day redemption challenge survey, the Largados y Pelados XL survey, and finally the last one standing survey. The limit response for all has been set to 1, so you can vote for as many survivalists as you want, but you can only do it 1 time. I would also like to thank Joe Slade for giving me the idea for this video and Andrew Bishop for being the inspiration. I will now move on to the 9 survivalists I wish to see on the challenge, and I split them up into 3 groups of 3. Number 1 is Andrew Bishop, who has shown to be very knowledgeable about various survival skills in different environments. On his challenge, he talked about learning from indigenous tribes, and recently he commented on my Devil's Canyon video about how he spent 8 years in Arizona and learned desert survival skills in case he got lost. He really likes tropical, coastal, temperate, and desert environments, and so it would be cool to see him take on this challenge, and I think that he would be trying a lot of new things and be very entertaining to watch. Next up, we have Sarah Wiley, who, if you don't know, was voted the winner of the XL Newbie survey, where out of 53 or so survivalists, she was the most popular in terms of someone who the fans would like to see return for an XL challenge. And I think that even though this isn't an XL challenge, I think Sarah would do really well. She has a good, positive attitude. She hit a low point during her challenge, but was able to bounce back from it, and she was able to direct Duck's chaotic energy throughout the challenge, and so I think it would be great to see her back, and so she can finally get a promo pick for a challenge. Next up is a more controversial choice. I have chosen Seth Reese to come back because I think he deserves a chance at redemption, and he has shown to work really hard during his challenges, and he did make it 24 days in Africa on XL6, and I think that Andrew and Sarah would be able to get along with him and there wouldn't be too much fighting, and I think that he has the potential to make it through the challenge. I know online sometimes there has been a lot of arguments, but I think a lot of the times people have been poking him, and so he reacts to the situation, and I think we should give him some grace and this chance. Next up in group 2, we have Shena, who was last seen in solo, where she unfortunately tapped from the challenge because she cut her hand, but out of the 6 survivalists who took on Chiapas, Mexico, she was the only one to make it all the way through. She also has a very Earth Mother vibe going on, so I think that she would keep a positive attitude and not try to go against nature and try to work with nature and just kind of have a good attitude all the way through. Also, next up is Janice for group 2, who has been in front of and behind the camera because she was a set medic before taking on her 21-day challenge. Plus, her level of skill was sort of downplayed during her episode, so it would be great to see her take on this difficult challenge so we can see her skill levels because she's not as amateur as she was portrayed on her episode. Now for the 3rd member of group 2, I have Chad, who was seen in season 17 episode 2, There Will Be Red Body Juices, and he unfortunately tapped from the challenge due to not being able to sleep being the major thing we were shown, but there was a lot of other stuff we didn't see, and so I think this would be a great chance for him to come back and prove himself. He is a talented fisherman, but because of the challenge, he won't be able to get fishing hooks. So it would be great to see him kind of overcome his previous tap out and make it through. Next up, we have group 3, member 1, Kyle, who was seen on season 17, episode 11, where he ate a poisonous frog, but he's fine. And he's also very popular amongst the fans, placing top 12 on the XL Newbie survey even before his episode aired. He has a lot of skills, he's a great team member, he works really, really hard, and hopefully he's gained a lot of confidence from his last challenge to be able to make it through this one because I think he has what it takes. Next up for group 3 is Eva, and I chose her because she is the most experienced of the cast because on season 1 we had Bulunt, who had an XL under his belt, and Eva has an XL and a 21-day challenge and a 14-day challenge under her belt, and I feel as though she brings a lot of experience to the group, and she will be able to mentor Kyle and the 3rd member of the group very well. She has what it takes to make it through 40, so I think she has what it takes to make it through the 21-day challenge without any survival items. Plus, I don't think Kyle or the third member would give her any pushback like on her first challenge. Now, finally, for our third member of Group 3, I have Ernie. Now, you may not recognize Ernie from being on the show because he wasn't. He's a newbie. That would be so crazy to have someone who's never done a challenge take on a Castaways challenge. That would really test his skills. It would test his mental fortitude. So it gives him a really tough challenge to be able to overcome. I think he could do it. He's a very nice individual. So I think if he keeps his mental game strong, he will do well and he will be an asset to the team. Now, a brief rundown for groups of the 9 survivalists. We have Andrew, Sarah, and Seth in Group 1. We have Shanika, Janice, and Chad in Group 2. And Kyle, Eva, and Ernie in Group 3. And I think all have the potential to make it through, and I would love to see them all interact with one another and take on this challenge. And that is the end of my wish list. Thank you all so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Comment on who you would like to see on Castaway Season 2. Please don't send hate to any of the survivalists. Please support all your favorites. Please like, comment, nice things, and subscribe, and click on the next video if it's mine. I hope you all have a wonderful day/night, and you're awesome. Okay, bye-bye.